considers the fake, and super patient on that long player. He doesn't even flinch on the guy on side. Like, see the barrel? Right? So I'm like, what the hell is this? There's no way Yuri doesn't realize that he shows his barrel. Come on. He has like way more hours than me in this game. But actually, he burns these players. Let's see it. They're actually all burned in the molly. That's crazy. Hello gamer, Coach P here, and in today's video we are gonna be watching the Brazilian prodigy Team Furia's highest rated player, Mr. KSCERATO. He posted a 1.97 rating here on City side of Dust 2 versus Bedboom, and he had 12 kills, 6 deaths. So let's see what he can do, what you guys can learn from him, and what you can implement in your Faceit and Premier matches from this game specifically. So pissed around, he peeks towards long immediately, no flashes, no nothing. You can very safely do that in your Faceit matches. This is pretty good because if they're rushing out, you're kind of blocking them here, and even if you get blinded, you can spam this narrow angle. In this case, they play second tempo long take, which means they're waiting for a bit. They're not rushing out immediately, as you can see, and then they're gonna be flashing for each other, right? So these are basic flashes from Boomich here, and as you can see, KSCERATO is blind for a second, and he has to hide in pit. Very nice shots from Fallen here. I thought KSCERATO got them, but Fallen gets these kills. Maybe we should review Fallen. Who knows? No, but KSCERATO was better rated. And now he's holding. And if you notice his movement here, he's gonna be using this AD spam a little bit. So has to feel very confident with the counter strafes here. Then keeps turning around from those flashes. And actually Fallen destroys them himself. So in this round he did nothing. Okay, let's watch this round. He's gonna throw the nade mid to deny the vision. And he's such as holding a nade because he wants to nade top mid here in case that Molodoi spots something. It's a very annoying nade if someone's running out top mid, especially if he has a deagle, no armor, for example. Super annoying, so he's just gonna use that. As you can see, it lands here. And yeah, in case they want to run out, he's there. Spamming the smoke, just being annoying, baiting for Molodoi, to be honest. He just wants to enemies not to think that Molodoi is there. And now he has duels with Glocks. Let's see. Fights these Glock players. Doesn't overextend, plays super calm, waits for his teammate. Now he runs out, kills the planter, doesn't even kill him. Okay, so let's see this. This is gonna be a nade he throws to deny vision from the upper. Left click throw on this stain on the wall, as you can see here. And let's see POV of Boomich. Oh, Boomich actually is not even spotting in this case. But you can definitely steal that nade. And they cross and play free towards B. This is an unusual play. I assume they're gonna be setting up Molotov in some way, because free B is not a default, not a standard play. And yeah, they're pushing tunnels. So we have two players pushing tunnels, one player covering for them. How can you implement it in Faceit? Not really, unless you're playing a free stack. If you're free stacking or 5 stacking here, you can call, let's push upper tunnel together. Can you cover for us? And you ask your upper to cover. This is roughly how you can do that. There's nothing complicated here. They're literally walking up while Molodoi is holding it, right? So nothing crazy. I think Molodoi is gonna search first, or they're just gonna stay like this. This is a crazy anti-strat, by the way, if this is an anti-strat. Bedboom is literally going into their stack, right? It's a very weird stack, though. Very weird, like... Yuri is holding like this. What the hell is this strat? What is this? Like, Zorte sees Yuri basically before he goes into... Like, see the barrel? Right? So I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this? Right? They literally see the barrel. I think Furia misplays it, or this is some kind of call on the fly. There's no way Yuri doesn't realize that he shows his barrel. Come on. He has, like, way more hours than me in this game. Or way more hours than anybody. Like, for sure he somehow... wants to do it, maybe. Maybe it's like on purpose, actually. Maybe Molodoi is supposed to be here and bait the guy to peek into him. I have no idea, to be honest. But let's see how KSCERATO gets the kills. He just swings. And then crouches for the spray. And then stands up as he finished that first spray. So yeah, I mean... Sometimes, guys, these weird plays, they work in tier 1. It's not really a weird play if this was an anti-strat, so I assume it was. Okay. And here, KSCERATO is throwing a molly towards top mid. He's just being annoying here. towards top mid with the molly towards mid and nades. Hello gamer, and by the way, if you like these kind of breakdowns, if you like these kind of strats and little details about CS2, and you're willing to take the next step and work with a proven system, along with 500 plus players, you should check out Improvement Camp, first link down below. Why? Because you can learn from a strat book of plays that I literally taken out of pro plays, and I synthesized into clean, a step-by-step process on every single map on how to play every single position on T side, CT side, as well as mechanics, mastery, mentality, essential theory courses, where you learn how to hit every shot, what exercises actually work so you can get consistent and win your duels more, and in consequence gain more elo. So check out the first link down below, see how it works. And if you're ready to take the next step and work with a proven system as well as a coach, then you should consider joining. And what's the best? We have a 50% promo right now during the time of the major, so you can get Improvement Camp as a discount. Check it out, and now let's get back to the video. Here KSCERATO is just spamming the smokes. Okay, here we're gonna have a situation where it's gonna be 4v3 for Furia. KSCERATO is playing this position, so as you can see, he's crouching here behind the big box, behind the single box, right? And looking towards the window. This is a pretty strong position because he's not visible from tunnel. And Mango just kind of picks it, but he's not ready for it. So now he can play around the box and fight towards tunnel here. It's super annoying, to be honest. The tunnel player has no way of forcing KSCERATO out of the position, so as you can see, he can't really force him out. So KSCERATO is playing it super patiently, super good. Now KSCERATO's nading deep. Just so you understand, they're double nading over here. You can definitely call that with your teammate. Okay, so what do you need to do when you want to set up the double nade towards tunnels? You're gonna molly a default molly, and then you need to run up, take your weapon, hold the molly for a second, and then look at these stains on the wall above the B sign and just run forward and run enough that the nade bounces deep, right? And that will nade everybody just trying to hold here and walk up and trying to peek you. Early round, most likely players are not gonna be standing here, but whenever it's that round where they're like preparing a pop or preparing a contact play, it's gonna be super annoying. So Furia has obviously coach, analysts, and they have reads, but you can do that randomly on one of your full buy rounds when you haven't seen any B attacks for a while and you're expecting, oh, maybe this time they'll attack B. Just call it with your teammate can go right behind you and literally nade like this, and you might catch a unaware T. And what a clean combo, by the way, honestly. This combo is so clean. I like blue color on the gloves. And we're gonna see a break of the smoke. Kind of failed, to be honest. Maybe he wanted to throw the nade like that. Now KSCERATO's setting up the flashes for his teammates. They're gonna be taking long control. Dropping his util. I assume he drops the util for the ramp player to have util to defend against potential short push. And they might actually double push long here with Fallen. I'm not sure. Oh no, Fallen is just playing an off angle and KSCERATO's playing as a second player in case the enemies go out long. Interesting. But it's a short attack, so not really anything the Furia players can do here. They're waiting patiently for that lurk towards long, but it's not coming in and they decide to save. Very smart choice. Furia is a kind of a team that could really surprise and win this major, but I'm just not sure. They just haven't shown that shape recently. Okay, so he crosses here with the nade as usual, and now I'm gonna be considering defending B against a potential rush or a contact play. And it seems like Bad Boom wants to execute here immediately, but they're gonna be playing against two players on B, right? So you gotta notice that Furia is leaning towards B very heavily, and they have been doing that for a while. So on tier 1 CS, there's many times where people execute B, right? But if you're playing in a Face-It match or in a Premier match, this is not gonna happen to you. Most likely, what you'll see, the tendency of players in pugs will be running out short or running out mid to B. Very unlikely that people will be executing B correctly in Face-It. So don't try to copy these setups like 3 players towards B, because it's just not gonna work that much. And now, the reaction that KSCERATO does to the util, he can see the util flying, so immediately molly of that pillar and immediately smokes himself. And because of that, they will have now hard time of killing the anchor, right, to him, so they're gonna be constantly scared of him. And because of that, Yuri and Yekinder have easier duels. If he dies immediately, they're gonna be not focused on him and they're gonna have easier time. But actually, he burns these players. Let's see it. They're actually all burned in the molly. That's crazy. Yeah, look, KSCERATO is fragging with the molly, basically. Okay, another round. Crossing here. He's gonna throw a molly towards top mid or not. Doesn't seem like it. He's just jiggling to grab information. And Zort is gonna peek here. He do a smoke. He's spamming the smoke. Now he's gonna throw a nade. This is not really a nade to break it. He just wants to deal damage to the Xbox players. Some players will break it and try to get a kill. Nothing wrong with it. KSCERATO doesn't opt for it. And again, they play a 2B setup, right? So these 2B setups are very common here in Tier 1 CS, as you can see, for Furia. This is a jump spot where he's jump spotting into tunnels and he grabs info. Pretty straightforward play. You're jumping left to right, blocking with the fence over here. And now he understands that it might be a short attack because Molodoi gives info. And I think there might be a highlight here. No, I thought wrong. There is no highlight. And let's see this duel. So as you can see, KSCERATO has a crosshair very close to the wall and gets white peeked by Flamus, right? So I just want to show you really quickly a strength of a good white peek. Full speed and just crouches at the end of the duel, right? So that speed of the peak is something that's really annoying to play against. And if you want to win your duels in your Faces Premier matches, you would want to be getting that full speed before you peek consistently. If you're picking someone that you're aware about. And Flamus knew that KSCERATO is saving there. So you can use that. And make sure that you're gaining the most speed before you actually peek. Okay, this is a Molotov on the run. Throws a smoke, and I assume they're gonna do some kind of a setup. They're trading utility. Interesting. What's gonna happen here? He got all the util. Drops it for a ramp. Huh. Not sure what they're doing here. Again, the double setup towards long. So it seems like this is a setup that Furia is running. I haven't seen this setup ever. Like, this is a very weird angle, but it can work. Maybe they have a read that Bad Boom is playing late long. A lot of times when you see in this higher tier matches, it's retake long with basic flash here. I mean, you start seeing this in pugs, but not so often. And you would see a retake long and then a split towards A, but it's not happening here. This is just a basic short attack. Everyone going through short. So KSCERATO is kind of bored here. Gonna be in a retake situations. How does he take this duel? Okay. Yeah, he just tries to burst Zorte, but loses the duel. Interesting. Let's see this round. Just want to remind you, KSCERATO had 12 kills, so he has to get them now. In this or the next round. Throws the nade again. Now a very interesting smoke that he throws. This smoke actually lands on the corner of side. Even though nobody's there, it creates attention and it creates pressure, right? And he holds from boost here. Getting picked by Mangojas. Let's see Mangojas POV on this angle. Just wanna see. So he just jumps up. Yeah, and gets blinded at that moment. God damn it. The flash is perfect. By his teammate though. Keeps holding the angle, right? And as you can see, he keeps moving AD while he's holding it. He jumped up slightly higher to see car. Now holding car. Very good cross replacement. Here's the player on the left, but doesn't get distracted by the player stepping on side, because he understands he's not getting picked from side at this moment. Considers the fake. And super patient on that long player. Super patient. He doesn't even flinch on the guy on side. And now he starts jumping up, I guess. Notice, guys, how patient he was, how much he was standing on that box. He was standing there forever, basically. Most of you would already jump up, let's be honest. I would probably jump up. I think a lot of pro players would already jump, but he was standing patient for that guy long, because he knew he has to peek. And then he just jumps up perfectly again to hold boomage. He's a very patient player, KSCERATO, I can see. He's playing only high sense. Usually those high sense players are like crazy, running around, getting kills super fast. But here KSCERATO is just patient and accurate. Really good. And again, a similar round for him. As you see, high-level CS is pretty repetitive, right? But these slight changes in the default and in the strats, that's what surprises the teams. So this is a molly to clear out right side tunnels. It's a good one to steal. Okay, now, is it possible to actually Molotov that whole area? Yes, it is. Here's the lineup. So you're gonna go all the way back into this barrel, and then you're gonna aim slightly above the doorway here, below this dot, and then run forward and release at the end. And this is how the molly lands. That molly is that whole area. As you can see, I'm burning at the corner, and all of this area is burning. And then if you want to set up your teammate, let's say he's opening, you can tell him, hey man, can you post up on right side? And you molly for him, for example, right? You don't have to do that, obviously. You can just do the molly yourself and then post up after it lands. So it lands, boom, you post up, get the kill, get out, right? So good luck using this. And here KSCERATO is gonna get split from mid and B. He's playing that Xbox position here. Very strong position against splits because you can control whether you're exposed to tunnel and window. And he's gonna have a fight here in tunnel. You will see he just misses the duel. So literally insta-shoots, just a mistake that we all do sometimes. Just gets killed by the elitist. So nothing crazy here. As you can see, his style is pretty repetitive. Crazy thing was his patience in that log situation where he was waiting out the enemy coming up from long, and he was super patient, didn't care that the guy is stepping on side, and then stood on this box like a monk waiting. And yeah, guys, I hope you learned a lot from KSCERATO. He's definitely one of the best players in the game right now. And try to implement these things in your games. Enjoy watching the major. Peace.